often claim the Crestone Traverse is the scariest of all the great traverses in Colorado, but I disagree. I'm Meg Atterbury, and I've been to the top of over 65 mountains in Colorado, and I'm an ex-professional writer for the outdoors. The Crestone Traverse is known as one of the top 5 classic traverses in Colorado. However, I think there are a lot better climbs out there, if I'm honest. The standard route of the Crestone Needle is a lot better. The scenery makes this one worth it. The route is about 14 miles from the upper parking lot with 5,300 feet of gain. Now, I'm an alpine climber, meaning I usually climb mountains with ropes, and I would rate this traverse as pretty extreme. There is just a lot of instances where you're in a no-fall zone, and if you haven't been up the standard route of the Needle, which I would strongly recommend doing before attempting the traverse, the route finding is really tricky here. You want to have a very clear weather day, as the going is slow. Coming down the Needle is essentially constant scrambling, so if bad weather moves in, you're exposed with no shelter on really steep stuff. We did this as a one-nighter and it was perfect. Start early. The entire route took us 10 hours, tent to tent, and we moved pretty quickly. There's plenty of camping right before South Colony Lakes. Your first obstacle is the dreaded Broken Hand Pass, which I have not so lovingly renamed Broken Ass. This thing sucks no matter how you cut it. I've done it in the snow, and when it's dry, I might actually prefer the snow, and I don't say that lightly. You'll descend the pass to the backside and walk around to the start of Crestone Peak. Crestone Peak is a rugged slog. The Red Gully really never ends. Then you'll descend the gully about halfway on the way back. Be on the lookout for cairns marking the traverse. From here, you'll ascend a never-ending series of unmemorable gullies until you finally reach the bouldering problem. This is the Class 5 section. It is one move, but it is big, and a fall here would certainly suck. It was the crux of the route for sure for us. My foot slipped, the area is shaded and it holds ice, and if it weren't for a meaty handhold, I would have tumbled down the backside of this mountain. After this, the going actually starts to get pretty interesting. The knife edge is super beautiful, but quick, and suddenly you're faced with the headwall. I honestly didn't find this part of the climb to be that scary at all, but if exposure bothers you, the exposure here is mega. Stick to the left side of the headwall, where the going is a bit easier, albeit the air is tremendous. It's a lot of fun, but it's over before you know it, which is kind of a bummer. Descending the Crestone Needle is not an easy task. It's actually quite easy to get lost, so you want to do your research carefully. Be sure to check out the show notes for more details. You want to bring a helmet. You'll also want to bring a GPS device with key points noted on your route. And you may even want to bring climbing shoes. I was fine in approach shoes, but if you don't have approach footwear, bring climbing shoes for the headwall. For more high-flying scrambles that are better than the Crestone Traverse, you'll want to see my next video where I give you an amazing lineup of Colorado scrambling routes that you've never heard of.